force him, take half his stuff, and confiscate his Raycons.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Wait a minute, haven't you heard? Raycon is disrupting the electronics industry by making great sound for everyone. Their wireless earbud starts at half the price of any other premium audio brand. Raycon gives you 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design for a nice noise isolating fit. They offer their earbuds in a fun range of colors and patterns with a variety of fit options and no dangling wires or stands. The company was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg, J.R. Smith, and Mike Tyson are obsessed with Raycons. Raycon has a free 45-day return policy, but you'll never have to use it because the audio quality is absolutely pristine. So do yourself a favor and click the link in my description. Go to buyraycon.com/chiseled and save 15% on your next Raycon purchase. Let them know I sent you. Let them know I sent. They ain't let me in, but you can get in on some Raycons. Click the link in my description. Buyraycon.com/chiseled. 50% off your next Raycon purchase. Let me try this again. Clearly, I'm not. Am I visiting? Let me in. Yeah.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
A couple days ago, when I made my video on the man shitting himself in the octagon, let me explain to you why this was significantly a better situation than the one prior. Because he shit himself and tapped out expeditiously. And despite the fact that cameramen decided to do him dirty and zoom in on the fecal matter, also watching him leave on his walk of shame from the ring, he was at least able to exit a shitty situation. However, in this lady's case, she began to shit herself at this very moment with a minute left in the fight. She's doing everything in her power to try to block and stand up. And then notice how the fecal matter escapes from her gluteal cleft. Take a look at the floor near her feet. You see that brown stain on the floor by her leg? It's safe to say that the shit exited from her rectum, trickled down her hamstring, somehow avoided her calf, bypassed her foot, and made its way to the pavement. Unbeknownst to not only the referee, but her opponent as well. Notice how she nearly stepped into it. Had she noticed the poop, she could have probably put her fist into it and then treated it like dipping sauce upon punching the lady who shat herself in the face with her own shit. Now this is where the plot begins to thicken, much like the poop that has just been released. She didn't free her head here in an effort to breathe. It's more to check and locate the location of the newly pooped poop. And upon spotting it, there's a look of shame that continues to emanate on her face, knowing she has 33 seconds to stay inside the octagon, not only getting pelted with this, but also laying beside her own poop. One's got to wonder what is going through her mind right now. Perhaps her body thought she was on her way to the shadow realm and began the defecation process. She too will need a butt plug before her next fight. And there's the views from the suicide cam exposing to the world that she's in a very shitty situation in more ways than one. Some girls just don't know how to control themselves when their crush is around. Rumor has it Odell Beckham was sitting front row. She may have lost the fight, but she definitely won him over. And I can guarantee you at the conclusion of this bout, Joe Rogan found his way to interview her on the floor while laying in shit. She must have graduated from the School of Scatology and Coprophilia. She promised her followers there'd be 2 girls, but she forgot the cup. Look at her staring at the fecal matter smeared on the floor. Are you not embarrassed? You gotta be shitting me. Well, she shat herself. She's in a shitty situation. Somebody get the holy water and baptize her, wash away her sins and her shit. Somebody call the fire department. We gon' need the large hose. Get the proctologist on the phone. Somebody please wash this shit away, please.
Oh God, here it comes. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, my God.
What happened? The smell, shit all over the place. Something stinks in here.
Can't stop. Watch the foot. Watch your foot. Oh, son of a bitch.
What's that on your shoe?
The big piece of shit. Big fat piece of shit. Son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
Nasty bitch.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Please! Please!
Composing is technically recycling. This will not compost.
What's happening?
The apples, then the bananas are gone first. It's decomposing. That's cool. It just turns into dirt. Wait, that's compostable?
Scalding hot.
Hey everyone, this is Angel from Apex Gaming with a brand new video for AWE, the second expansion for Control. In this video, I am going to show you all the darkness locations for the Another Fine Mess Burn the Dark side mission in Control's DLC AWE. Timestamps for the Utility Corridor, Eagle Limited AWE, and Service Dock locations are in the description of the video and the YouTube player. Hope this helps you. Thank you for watching and keep enjoying the game.
Juan came here, he took a lie detector test, and we asked him, have you ever done anything sexual with Janine's daughter? He answered no. The result for that lie detector test is that he did not tell the truth.
That's the second time.
Absolutely.
Second time.
No. My daughter. You rapist. You child molesting rapist. You've done nothing but to leave in their home. I will get back to my child, and I'll be you ain't going home with her.
How?
You ain't going home with her.
I don't believe it.
The hell you're leaving here today with her.
How?
The hell you're leaving here with her. And you know what? And if I'm telling you right now, if you go home with that guy, I'm telling you I'm leaving here today with my daughter. Today. Stop.
Okay. So here we are, where, okay, you didn't want to believe a lot of things, but as just a total outsider,
It's crazy, man.
just as a total outsider, I believe somebody sexually assaulted your daughter. Just because of the evidence of a doctor examining your daughter and writing down the injuries that she sustained. Now, I don't know whose idea it was to come on this show. But I want to finish, so don't start yelling. He comes on this show, you yourself take a lie detector test, and you tell the truth, and you pass. And we were able to get that result for you. Juan comes on, takes the test, and he fails for sexually assaulting your daughter. Now, I'm just curious from you, Janine, what do you have to say about that?
Hard to believe.
Janine.
Hold on.
She loves him. She calls him
I
dad.
would never do that, man. I don't
He's been
understand
there since the day he was outside the room when
Okay.
she was born.
Janine, you're talking about a 3-year-old little girl. Okay? Children that are victims of sexual abuse when they're young have some kind of relationship with the person that's doing it to them. You have a man living in your house.
No, I'm living in his house.
You have a man living with your child in a house that's failed 2 lie detector tests about sexual abusing your daughter. So what is your plan of action going forward?
To go home and figure out what I'm gonna do. I have no home. I have no nothing. I have to go back to these.
You know what's terrifying here? You're going to go home with what?
That's where my kids are and my freaking stuff.
And when you go home, you're not going to do anything.
How do you know? You can.
How do I know?
Oh,
How do you know? You know why I know? Like I've said before, I've met you 1,000 times before. I know you. I know you better than you know yourself. And you know I'm right. You're going to go home, probably go out to dinner or somewhere, and then you'll make...
I don't have no money. I ain't going out to dinner nowhere.
And you'll make love to Juan. And you'll pick Juan over the safety of your daughter.
It's not true. It's not true. He wasn't picking over the safety of a daughter.
You know what, Juan? You know, yeah, you're a drug dealer, you're this, you're that.
No, I'm not a drug dealer.
A former drug dealer, guy gets out of jail, guy who has no moral compass at all, and a guy that will sexually abuse a little girl. You're get off my side. And as far as I know, he might be a piece of crap, right?
Yes.
But I don't care. What'd you think you came on the show for? Did you come on for the truth?
Yeah.
You got it.
Wonderful.
Now what do you do with it?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Well, I have to move on.
Move on with what? Where you going? What are you doing? I know what my plan would be. I would turn to the person that was sexually molesting my child and say, you're screwed. I'm going to have you locked up. I'm never going to see you again. See, the tip-off was way before that. When she passed her test, she was like, she wasn't worried about her. She knew what was coming. Wow.
I'm not a liar.
No, you might not be a liar about yourself, but you're even worse. You don't protect your own child. You don't want to believe the police. You don't want to believe nobody. You want to believe Juan. Well, you want to believe Juan, you go right ahead. Go be with Juan. Go do whatever you do. Go lead your miserable life and get the hell off my stage. We do the show, we try to give good advice, we try to solve problems, but I can't make her into a good mother. I can't do it. That's a lifetime of building up to be a bad mother. So you have to be smart yourself now. I'm sure you made mistakes. I'm not saying you're an angel up here, but I think you have the best interest of the child at heart. It's your daughter. So you need to go home, you need to go through the legal system, you need to get the police on his ass, you need to get the investigation open, and you need to fight and get custody of that child.
Thank you, sir.
Came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked him, did you ever do anything sexual with either one of your daughters? He answered no. Did you ever have sexual activity with either one of your daughters on more than one occasion? He answered no. The results came back the same for each question. And they came back that Lester did not tell the truth. What the hell is that?
I didn't tell the truth.
What she acts like she's shocked. Where are you running to? What are you confused about?
She would pass that test and prove.
Well, I couldn't be here if I didn't think I wouldn't pass. How the hell can I fail that test?
That is gross.
I don't believe in polygraph. I'm telling you.
You need to die. You need to
Maybe, I don't know.
What?
It was a setup, because I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't want to come on TV if I was guilty.
Okay. Why would I set you up?
Okay, that's the facts.
Why would I set you up?
Why?
I'm sorry.
Hey, he doesn't want to hear his wife, his adoring wife's results.
I'm not going up that way.
Come on, Lester.
I'm not going up that way.
Whoa, what, are you scared? Get your ass out of here.
I will not go back in there. That's silly. You think I'd want to come on national TV knowing I'm guilty? God damn.
In his eyes, he looks guilty.
No, I polygraph.
That is wrong.
Okay, so
Damn right, I don't believe in doing that.
Let's bring up Dan to explain Lester's story. I have to imagine that, just talking to them, she basically admits to everything. She says, but they think that they're really good parents. And I could go on and on. What do you want to explain about Lester's charge?
So, Steve, Lester says, I can't believe it, and we set him up. So let me show you what I see as a polygraph examiner. And, Steve, not as a polygraph examiner, and everybody here not as a polygraph examiner. You tell me if we're lying, okay? So we're looking at the question here, which is relevant question number 5. Did you ever do anything sexual with your children? Steve, this is recorded from his physiological tracings. The polygraph does nothing but record what's coming out of his brain. This is a lie on a polygraph, and you don't even have to be a polygraph examiner to know it.
Thank you, Dad.
That's the result.
So were we able to squeeze your body and make you react like
It kind
that?
of pissed me off, yeah. And he told me if you don't have proper sleep, which I've had sleep. Well, you tell me.
Cheryl took a lie detector test. Well, you make a confession to Dan. You state that you confessed to striking your oldest daughter with a belt, leaving a mark. The police investigated, and you spent time in jail for it.
Correct.
She did leave a mark on the child. She states that otherwise, she had never left any marks or bruises on either of her daughters.
I'm just now
We gave you a lie
speaking.
detector test.
That should make him happy.
You're welcome.
Ocean View Motel. Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible. I remember.
Hi, Jesse.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were.
We won't ever be like them.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. The fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here.
I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me.
That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
There haven't been any his sightings. Could survivors be?